Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Is Where Words Do Come to Life. Look, there is a topic of discussion going around. It says top Cook County prosecutor abruptly resigns, rip into Kim Foxx. Now, I know we're not surprised about people quitting in Kim Foxx's office. I've been talking about Kim Foxx forever and a day. There has been some things going on. There's still some things going on. They're slow in processing the quick trials, which is supposed to be quick trials in October, which has not been a quick trial. You still have people sitting in Cook County Jail who has not been to trial. And my problem with all that is when our system start lumping black and brown into one case, but you don't do it to the white people in group environments. You don't lump them into one case. And so when you start to lump, then everybody suffers. If there's a situation with somebody else in that circle that you lump them in, then everybody suffers, even if somebody else can pay. And this system is so broken. Now, again, she made this statement. She came from Cabrini Green. She understood she was working on, reducing the crime and diligently working to do prison reform in her office. And clearly, is more than that was going on. Excuse me. So I decided, because I've done other videos, especially the Cal Rittenhouse, and people's like, oh, you don't know your facts, you don't know what you're talking about, even though the stuff I posted there was actually what was said. But this article says that the announcement was shocking. And this is a top prosecutor quit, left behind a scorched earth resignation email. And this guy had been assistant state's attorney for more than 2 decades. So there's got to be a problem. He dealt with the media doing high profile case. And so here is some of the article. It says Murphy resignation says he has zero confidence in Fox administration, and he says he cannot continue to work for an administration he does not respect. Well, hell, she lost the respect a long time ago. And if anybody noticed on Twitter, she took down the state's attorney, Kim Foxx. Twitter handle. It no longer exists. Now she only exists ex Kim Foxx. So now a lot of this makes sense. He also calls Fox office mission, vision, and value statement just a PR stunt, words on page. Well, I had said that a long time ago. She has done nothing that she should have done. The people that she holding should have gone home, and the people that she let go should have been the ones they should have been holding, but they didn't do that. So clearly, she's not capable of doing the job. It says the letter goes on and say, how many mass shootings do there have to be before something is done? The sad part is, like I said, with the Jesse Smollett case, you took your time to go after that. You took your time to go after R. Kelly, but you don't go after those who's killing babies. You don't go after those who's carjacking. You don't go after those who you let out on electronic monitoring. And they're repeat offenders. You don't do that. The ones that have clean backgrounds, the ones that have should be allowed to go home, those are not the ones that you're working diligently to allow them to go home. And there should be a statute of limitation for anybody sitting inside a Cook County jail that has not been to trial per Kim Foxx office. It also brings light to the SB 2129, the resentencing bill that was signed by the governor, and the state's attorney's office play a major role in that. So now all this makes sense. So I already knew it was a PR stunt, and I already knew it was more to who she was when the incident between her and her husband, and she did not go to jail. So I already knew something was going on. All right. So it says, this administration more concerned with political narratives and agendas than with victims and prosecuting violent crime. That is why I can't stay any longer. And pretty much he's got the hammer on the nail. Um, It seems like we're in worse condition than we was in all areas, with the mayor, with the state's attorney's office. Seems like there's nothing getting done. It's always a continuance in court. It's always a stall. It's always an excuse. It's always a reason, except when she feel like her character of who she is being attacked. Then she wants to address it. But why the crime is going on, why people are getting out and walking free, they should not get out and walk free, and those you should let go home, you don't. That's a problem. And so we want to take the time to blame everything on the police, but it's not all on the police. As we see things unfold, the judges play a major part, and then the state's attorneys is another important aspect to individuals going home. The judicial system is messed up anyway, and it's so sad. And it's clear a racial divide because black and brown are treated differently. Black and brown are given more time for their crimes and some lesser crimes. And black and brown are held longer than anybody. White people, insurrection in the Capitol, they're still going through that. And those individuals at home, they don't want to prosecute. They're stalling the process. Jason Van Dyke, 16 bullets for Laquan McDonald. He did not get the maximum sentence. If a black and brown person had done that 16 bullets, they would not even consider letting them out for anything. So we see how the scales of justice are not balanced. I don't care what you all say. You can say what you want to say, but the facts are these are realities. These are the realities of this country and this city right now. There is a clear racial divide. There is clear discrimination in decisions and choices and how certain individuals are being treated in our judicial system. And a lot of the ownership and accountability goes to our state's attorney and these raggedy judges. And the sad part is we should have a more diverse set of judges, and we don't. 90% of the judges that sit on the circuit court is white. And they don't give a damn about black people. They don't. Their purpose and their goal is to lock them up, not to reform, not to make them better, not to look at them as first time offenders, not looking at their backgrounds to see that no, they not don't have a background, but just to get another notch on their belt to say I did this to this person, so that makes me a badass judge. No, that make you a dumbass judge. That's what it does, because you're not honoring your oath of office. You're not honoring what your role and your gavel and your seat stands for. Now, is there some individuals out here who commit crime intentionally? Yes, it is. We already know that. But 50% of those individuals that sit inside those jail cells are innocent. And a lot of them in there, I'll say another 20% is in their own self-defense. And y'all know it's self-defense, but you won't take ownership to that. You want to deny that. And you sit here and you let these people sit in these jails for 3, 4, up to 9 years. There should be a statute of limitation. There's a statute of limitation for everything else except for the right thing. So I find a problem with that. And so Kim Foxx need to take ownership to her foolishness. Um, Murphy was placed on leave after he said Toledo was holding a gun when the officer fired. Body cam video show he had actually dropped the gun a split second before he was shot. Murphy was eventually returned to his position, but now he has left for good. Um, Fox Chicago has reached out for a response for Kim Foxx, but has not heard yet back. You're not going to hear back for it. You think she wants to address that when her state's attorneys are dropping like flies? When people quit at a mass rate, that is a serious issue. One that cannot be swept up under the rug. One cannot be ignored and cannot be disregarded. It cannot. But then it also creates awareness to let us know that those who are supposed to make sure um, that justice is fair, we see that it's not. We see that scales of justice are way out of balance. We see that state's attorney's position um, is a little flawed. We see that definitely the judge are really flawed. And it's a problem with that. It's a real problem with that. And those who are in the position to make decisions should want to change it, but clearly they don't. Discrimination, racism is real across this land and country. It's been played out over and over, and we all are aware. We've seen it on TV. And I don't care if people say no, it's not true. It is true. It's played out all the time, and we're very much aware of it. So here's the question, Kim Foxx. Your ass is in the hot seat now. What are you going to do? So, re-election is coming up. I wouldn't think that you would want to run for office again because you didn't put the rope around your own neck and hung yourself. My mama always said, give a person enough rope and they'll hang themselves every time. And you have successfully hung yourself without any help because you didn't do what you said you was going to do. And if anybody is over the state's attorney office, they really need to start looking at those cases. They need to look at the pending cases. They need to look at those individuals who are sitting in Cook County Jail that's supposed to have been in quick trial since October, which have not been to quick trial, and they're stalling the process. I want to know why you all are stalling the process. When it comes down to white people, it take you a year, and then next year the case is up, is finished, and they have their decision. 9 times out of 10 they go home like Jason Van Dyke. What is the problem? I'm not understanding. Help me to understand. Please help me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm looking forward to these responses.